What is going on, y'all? We are live with the Crypto Remora. This is your boy Sierra Crypto doing an emergency market update right now. Bear with me 1 second. I'm making sure the audio is out there. Haven't used this platform yet, so it's still kind of new, but I think we're getting live sound. Okay, yes. Are we getting sound? Yes, in the chat. You guys, I'm joking around a little bit, but I want you to know that I am serious right now because I know a lot of people are freaking out, and you gotta keep things in perspective. The reason I wanted to jump on here is not to just be like George and say, we're all in this together and we're gonna make it and hold your hand. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is giving you the same lecture I've given you for the last 2 months on the Crypto Remora channel, and that is that the CME gap is at $80,000. We've known about this. This is not a secret. We're not surprised. If you're following the Crypto Remora, you've already been aware of this. You've been ready for this dip. You've been ready and waiting for this to potentially happen. I'm not going to say I 100% called it, but we did say that it was very likely to happen. 96% of the time, the CME gap gets filled, okay? Now, we have not seen it yet, but we're going to dive into the charts. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Got some interesting news from Andrew Saunders in Alpha Chat that he shared some information about what's going on with ETFs, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some major outflows that have to do with the Trump tariffs. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to look at total global market cap. We're going to look at the Bitcoin price, of course, obviously. And we're going to look at the CME gap. We're going to see what are the potentials of us hitting it. When do I think we're going to hit it? And how long are we going to be there if we do hit it? Is the bear market here? Is the bull run over? 109 is the top. Find out in a minute. Smash the likes on the video. Please help us get our channel out there. We're trying to get as many followers and subscribers to keep these videos coming to you. And we're going to start doing more live stuff. We're still doing our stream tonight, by the way. This is just a emergency update. So we're going to take a look at the absolute shit show. When you see Tether is the only thing that has any green around it, you know the market is, Bitcoin's being a rebellious teenager. So the most important thing I want to keep an eye on, which is the same thing I've been watching this whole time, the same thing we always watch over here. As far as Sierra Crypto goes, I always watch Total Global Market Cap. I always keep an eye on this for you guys. And this one is I know it's a boring chart, but this chart tells all when it comes to crypto. It literally tells everything. If you look at the previous all-time high, we were at $3.069 trillion market cap, okay? That's previous all-time high. If you go to this previous high, okay, let me get it on there. Hold on. This one right here is, come on, you little fucker, 2.8, which is 200 billion below. Okay. 200 billion sounds a lot like a lot of money, but in the overall total, it's not. Then you see we went all the way up here to, I think it was 3.6. We almost hit 4 trillion. And now we're coming back down. And where are we at now? We're at we're at just under 3 trillion again. So we're at 2.9. So you have, if you look at this just from a basic charting perspective, you guys, resistance, breakthrough all-time highs, coming back down for support, resistance, support. Basic. Keep shit simple, you guys. Do not overthink this. Stop looking at the everyday thing. Stop looking at the Trump tariffs so much. Don't overthink what's going on in the charts right now. This is your 24-hour. We broke down to 2.8. Having a nice bounce on 2.8. That's the same level we just looked at, you guys. We're bouncing on the same levels right here. 2.8. That's the level. Where are we bouncing right now? Go to the 24-hour. Look at the bounce on the daily, literally 2.8. You can't make this shit up. We are bouncing on support. That's a good sign. Number one, that's the first good sign, is money is not panicking and leaving crypto like everyone thinks. We are just retesting previous resistance. That's number one. That's the most important thing you guys have to get in perspective, is that total global, although it looks scary, and it does, we are still getting the bounce where we want to get a bounce. Now, does that mean we hold here forever? I don't know. We're probably going to have some more fear. But the Bitcoin price tells a different story as well. And we know this, the CME gap is down at 80,000, which from all the charts I've looked at, we've not hit yet. This one, the closest we got here was 82.5 or 82.4. So what I'm seeing, I don't have a way to look at the chat either, you guys, because I don't understand how this other one works. It's I think I could see it if I bring this up. Holy shit. All right, hold on. For some reason, I'm watching the past stream. I'm watching myself in the past. Okay, whatever. I can't see the chat, you guys. So if you're chatting, I apologize, but I won't be able to read it right now unless you comment on the Sierra Crypto or Crypto Remora on Twitter. Maybe I can pull that up and you guys can comment if you got questions. I'm going to try to go on. Yeah, I'm going to try to go in the chat here. It's like I can't even see you guys' chat if it's on here. Well, I'll try to, but if not, you just bear with me on the chat side of things today. So this is the bounce, the infamous bounce at 82.4. Let's look at the weekly, okay? See, this move, I said if we could not get above 97 and then we fell down towards the bottom half at 95 right here, I was thinking, yeah, we're gonna break below 91. We did. We broke below 91. Boom. And then if you measured this move, this looks like a bear flag to me. This is a typical bear flag. Boom. So I'm not surprised that we went down. Now, this is a halfway stopping point, in my opinion. Wish I could move this stupid thing. This halfway, you could see this leg. This leg climbs down, and then what does it do? It kicks up. It's almost like a foot going down a step, right? It's like a cartoon animal's like leg and then his foot right here. He's like going down sideways. Whenever you see that leg down and then a little slight curve up, basic TA, first thing you learn when you study TA, that is a completely normal move that's a healthy move for a continuation. So, and the same thing, if you're going up and then you come down in a short, steep incline, that's healthy. That means, oh, that's beautiful. Get ready for the next move up. These are the kind of patterns you want to see. Okay, so I'm glad that we're seeing this because this shows, okay, market's finally deciding, yeah, Bitcoin's going to go down a little bit. And that's fine because we have the CME gap that needs to be filled at $80,000. Until that shit gets filled, I was not confident of us going to 120. I was calling last month. I said, what are the market makers going to do? What are these whales going to do? Are they going to push us to 120 first and then come down and take out the CME gap? Because that would have destroyed souls. Okay? Keeping things in perspective, Trump and the United States just told us, you guys, I'm going to go full screen for this because you got to see the severity. Trump told you that he is going to buy Bitcoin for the United States government. You have a pro-crypto administration. I'm not saying this like George to like, oh, well, everything's going to be okay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Trump is a filthy, dirty Wall Street genius, just like the rest of these evil, filthy, genius whales, you guys. And what the whales do is they telegraph shit, okay? They telegraph things to their whale buddies, and they say, all right, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy. And as soon as they tell their buddies that we're going to buy, do you really think it's a coincidence that the market tanks and goes in the shitter and everything's half price or $20,000 cheap? No. They do this on purpose. This is what the whales do, you guys. Crypto Remora has a whale with a top hat smoking a cigar in the logo. Look at the logo. This is what we do. We're the little fish following the big whale. It's counterintuitive. It doesn't make sense. I know it sounds stupid because, oh, well, Trump's saying he's buying. Why is the price going down? Because, you guys, they don't want to buy the shit up high. They can't. Whales cannot accumulate when the price is high. Okay? So what they need to do, it's not like me or you. You know, if you're not rich already, if you're like me and you're not sitting on tons of money or anything like that, if you're a little guy, you're a little shrimp, you're a little remora, you have to accumulate whenever you can. But the problem is they trick you with fear to sell, okay? So you're holding your little bits of Bitcoin. You think, oh, well, what does the whale want my little tiny bit of Bitcoin? They could just go on the exchange and buy it all up. No, they can't. Because if they have a big pile of money and they went on the exchange right now and just said, all right, I'm going to buy it up, and they bought up that tiny bit of supply at market value, it would completely push the price up because the price is reflected by what's on the exchanges. This concept is very difficult to understand when you're a noob. I still have a little bit of trouble understanding it, but if you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the price of Bitcoin that you see. The price is not the actual worth of Bitcoin ever. It's not the worth. It's not what it's worth. It's what the market is valuing it at right now. The only reason the market's valuing it at that, it's based off of what's available on the exchanges. So Crypto.com, Robinhood, Coinbase, a couple decentralized exchanges, whatever. But the whales, you would say, well, why don't they just go buy the 2 million that are on the exchanges? Because if they do that, the minute they start doing that, it's going to push the price up to freaking infinity. And you say, well, if it pushed to infinity, they'll be rich. No, because ain't nobody going to buy it at that price. If they're the whales, they have all the money and they buy it all up and it pushes up, who's going to buy the shit? There's no room for growth. So the whales have to shake you out of your small amounts, but in big numbers. So what they do is they scare everybody, like me and you, and they get us to dump what we have. Okay? So that's why they say, oh, we're buying, oh, we're bullish, oh, it's going good, and then the price crashes. Because they've double fooeyed you. They've got you scared. They got you panicked. They got you on the run, okay? And they shaking you out. And you and 10 of your buddies sell a little bit of Bitcoin. Guess what? When they're buying those little bits up, it doesn't push the price up. It keeps the price low. So they accumulate slowly from your fear. This is what the whales do. This is what they're always going to do. They do it with stocks. They do it with real estate. And they do it with crypto. And now that Wall Street's here, they're going to continue to do this with crypto. So don't think this isn't going to happen again. This is going to happen over and over and over and over again. It's not going to change. So the only thing you can do about it is be prepared for it. Know that this is what they're going to do and have a plan. That way you're not scared, right? You should be excited right now. You guys should be freaking thrilled you're getting a break. This is a dip. Sorry to beat that into the noob's head, but you guys got to understand they play dirty games. The whales play dirty games, and I think this was literally a telegraph from Trump to anyone that's got any sense in the United States that this is a buy signal for you. I don't care if we're starting the bear market. If we are starting the bear market, I don't give a shit. You start DCAing from now till the bottom. Because that's what the whales would do anyway. So if this is the bear market, which it's not, newsflash, it's not the bear market. If we go down from here, from 85,000, where's your bottom going to be at the bottom of the bear market? Ooh, $50,000. So if you accumulate from 80 to 50, and this is a bear market for 2 or 3 years, and then we have our run to 275, which is going to happen. It's not happening next year. It's going to happen in this year. The bull run's not over. But even if it was, if you bought all the way down and you're DCAing all the way down, right? That means you're buying at those levels. You're controlling those levels. That's what the whales are doing. They buy on the way down. They do controlled buys all the way down. And then when it runs back up, they don't sell on the way up. They wait till it goes past the previous levels they bought at, and then they sell a little bit, let it keep running. They get everybody going, look, the price is going up, and then they sell a little more. They sell into strength because they need the strength. So let me get back on the charts. I went off on a little bit of a rant there, but I feel like you guys need to know the psychology behind what's going on. That's the most important thing right now. Because everyone is bearish. Everyone on the timeline's scared to death. Everyone is freaking the hell out. And I'm telling you, buy this dip. I'm trying to put it through to your head. I am like 10% sure that this is not the bear market. 90% sure, 10% because anything could happen, right? But I'm 90% sure that this is a dip. And there's another reason I say it is because as much as I've been screaming about the freaking CME gap, look how close we are, you guys. We're at 84 was the lowest we bounced. These fuckers can't even drop it down there that quick. Let me go to the 1-year chart. Let me show you this pattern. The reason I never liked this structure is because we just skipped over a level. What happens in a video game? If you skip over a level, what happens? I'm old school Nintendo, you guys. I played Mario Brothers. You know, you could skip over the first 3 levels by going up that brick and going to the top, and you could run through the whole level and come down, and you'd go into warp zone 3, 5, 8, whatever the numbers were. Then you could do it again on the next stage. I think there was another cheat place. It would take you to the next warp zone. The point is, I know how to beat the game in a short amount of time. But if I had to sit there and play the whole game from start to finish, I'd almost be screwed because I'm so used to cheating and skipping levels that when I actually have to play through the level, I end up dying halfway through because I'm like, damn, I didn't play this level enough, right? Same sort of idea here. What you're seeing right here is the market makers exhausted this level. Exhausted. Everybody from March until freaking October was buying Bitcoin between, you might as well say, 54,000 and 70,000. That range is exhausted. In my opinion, that range is pretty much exhausted. I got to go full screen again for this shit. The KOLs and other channels out here telling you that we're going to $40,000 Bitcoin. We're getting 40,000, we're getting 50, 60, 30. Stop it, dude. Stop lying to your people and scaring people like that, for real. Stop doing that shit. This is not the bear market. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll be completely wrong, and you guys can rub this in my face and make me famous for being the most wrong influencer ever. But I am not seeing that. I don't believe that. The bear market is not here. This structure looked like doo-doo. Whenever you go up like this, okay, where do you go from there? Where do you go from here? Of course we had a correction, right? Then you had a double top. You have a CME gap down at 80. Look where 80,000 is. There was no way. I mean, there was a way that they were going to push us up to 120, right? There was a way that they could have. But, and they still could. You know what they really could do? Get us this close to the CME gap, right? And this is what I was worried about 2 weeks ago, you guys. This is what I was saying to Wes. I said, what if? What if the market makers bring us, there was 2 scenarios. What if they brought us up to 120, get everyone super bullish, right? This is weeks ago I was thinking they could have done. The fact that they haven't done it is actually good. It's healthy. But I was thinking to myself, what if they got everyone to 120, right? Push the price to 120, excuse me. And then the minute they push the price to 120, what's everybody going to do? They're going to go long. They're going to go long with leverage, right? The minute they go to 120, they get everybody to go long, and then they freaking dump it, and they short the market all the way down to the CME gap. Well, turns out they're not quite that evil. Instead, what's happening, you're getting a slight double top, which in retrospect looks great on the charts for them too, because they'll say, oh, double top, that was it. Bull market over, because that looks good. Oh, that's permanently on the chart. We got a double top. So that must have been the top. No. Number one, no. Number two, we're still in an uptrend, you guys. The uptrend hasn't been broken just because we're here. Okay? Temporarily, yes, the uptrend has been broken. But until you fall below this level here, until you fall below this shit right here, you're still in an uptrend. You got to fall below this to break the uptrend, which we're not even close to. But I know people are screaming for it. Oh, we're going to 60K. We're going to 40K now. Okay. All right. If we're going to 40K, we would have already crushed through the CME gap yesterday because you need velocity to trigger that kind of a sell event. You need panic. The world we live in is crazy, so I will give you that that's why I said 10%. I'm 90% sure the bull market is on. 10% unsure only because the world we live in is nuts. But again, the CME gap has not been filled yet. The CME gap, I believe, is in reality down at 79,000-ish, but I say 80K. That's just the number I have in my head. We might dip a little lower. Could it drop to 74 to completely wipe out all the BS? 74 to 76, 79. You know, I'll give you a $5,000 range. I'll say $74,000 to $80,000 just to be safe. Now, let me go back here to the weekly because this is the move to watch. Look at this. Sideways, boom, you fall, right? Boom. Let me see if I can get, where's this shit? I know I can do this. Open this straight up in trading view. Okay, let me do it this way because I might be able to actually use this. 1 hour. I don't want the 1 hour. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Check this shit. Check this shit out. 4 hour? That looks kind of... I don't really want that either. What do I want? The daily? Hey, we're getting there. Okay. We're kind of getting there. Excuse me. No, I really want the weekly, I think, to show you the move. Okay, so bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to zoom in so we can see this here. All right. Yeah, that one. No, that's not quite doing it either. This is a line chart. Let's see, trading view. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. All right, that's a little better. This is kind of what I want right here. Okay. So, let's take this move for a second. I'm going to zoom out so you can see it a little more of the leg I'm talking about. I'm going to actually be able to draw now. Here it is, paintbrush tool. Okay, so check this out. You see this right here? Look, boom, boom. You see that? You see that L? Okay, so this is a fractal of what we just did. Boom. Now, the easiest way to extrapolate and measure your next target for a downtrend, when you go down and you have the corrective move up, is to extrapolate the entire leg, which is what I did right here. I took it from the top to the bottom, and here's the little bounce, right? This is basic TA, by the way, guys. I'm not using any fancy indicators. No RSI. Even. I'm not even using RSI. I'm using support, resistance, and a move. That's it. Okay, so don't let people trick you into thinking you have to use all this crazy shit for TA. You do not have to. Yes, it helps. Yes, it's more advanced. Yes, it's great to learn everything you want to learn. It's perfect. But you do not have to do it to use TA. I'm going to show you in 2 minutes what you could do, okay, with a mouse and one pointer tool, brush tool. You could measure this move here and move it here. Boom. Okay? So, where does that put a price target at? Looky here. Looky here. This is the projected move. Look at that. What is that? 80,500, which is still not quite the CME gap because I think it's at 79. But my point is, look where we're at right now. This dot right here is where we are right now, okay? This is live. So Are we doing it exactly the way we intended? No, but look at the interesting thing here. The interesting thing is, where is this thing bouncing? Immediately halfway through. The 0.618 levels on Fibonacci, the reason why Fibonacci works is because it's that spiral of life that's in the freaking seashells. They've found it everywhere in mathematics. I don't know why it works. It just works. 0.618 is a little bit off of 0.50. It's a little higher on the spectrum. But if you're looking at a picture, if you're looking at a glass of coffee, if you're an optimist, it's half full. If you're a pessimist, it's half empty, right? But either way, you say half. Like if I drink most of this and it's about halfway, I'll just say it's halfway. What if it's not? What if it's in 0.618 of the cup, Nick? Well, who gives a shit? I just said I got a half a cup of coffee to estimate. So, using that logic, if you're looking, where do you get a corrective move, right? And I'm not talking about a whole leg and then the small corrective move. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you have a big move. Sometimes you have these little moves halfway, like this. You see this leg? Look what happened here. You have a leg here. Look about halfway-ish. You had a little bit of a thing here, right, where you kind of went sideways. Because in between moves, you have other moves. This is kind of what Elliott Wave talks about too, I think. But so in between this big move, you're having one little move. And this was the little move, in my opinion. Now, I'll take it one step further. Let's say we want to delete that move that we were talking about, right? Let me see if it'll... Oh, come on, you bastard. All right. You know what? That's not going to let me delete. Okay. Hold on. Well. Okay, there we go. All right, so check this out. The next thing you could do would be to just measure the move we just had. Just measure this move, right? Boom. So then I would take just this major move and extrapolate that to see where my next target is. 84. And in reality, that would be the call I would make right now. I would say that it's most likely going to be there. But look how close we are to where I'm calling anyway. So if you measure just this move and you say, okay, that's where we're going to go, then, you know, potential of 81.9, so down to 82, which is showing me a couple of things. It's showing me that people are calling for 40K right now, obviously are not paying attention because the bears, look how much volume had to come in right here, you guys. You see this big red volume wick right here? Look at how much volume had to come in just to make that little move happen, okay? So I'm not impressed with people calling for 40K right now. I think it's absurd. I think it's retarded. I think there's a very good potential you get a double bottom around this level here. There's a potential for that because the bears ran out of steam right here even. Look how much volume came in here. But you also see the green candle wick down here, a lot of volume stepping in to buy, right? So what's the synopsis? What am I saying? Now, what I'm saying is we got to go back to the yearly, unfortunately. This is what we have to do. Go back to the 1-year chart, okay? This is the lecture I've been making. This is the video game. This is Mario Brothers, right? We hit a warp zone right here, and we skipped up and cheated, right? We cheated this level. We did not. Nobody bought or sold Bitcoin in this level between 75,600 and 87. So between 75 and 87, nobody has bought any Bitcoin because the market makers skipped over that level. Now they bought up here. They own this level. The market makers own all this shit, 94 to 106. They own that level now. So that stage is owned by them. This stage down here is owned by them, 71 to, I might as well say 54. Okay, so what's next? Well, just because they jumped over the staircase, they went over the warp zone, doesn't mean you don't have to pay your dues down here. You do. Do we pay them right now? I don't know. We're close. We're very close. I do think the CME gap does get filled. I've been saying this for a long time. It's 96% of the time it gets filled. I do still think we hit 80,000. I don't think you see a week long or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or 2 months of this range. It's possible if the market makers do want to accumulate, if Trump really wants to accumulate, if the whales really want to accumulate, right? They could, in theory, look, there's nothing holding us here. There's nothing, there is no support here. This is a dead cat bounce on the short term. This is dead cat bounce. But you're not going below this shit right here, I don't think. You ain't going below 70,000. There's so many buy orders in right now, dude. There's so many whales. There's so many institutions buying Bitcoin right now. There's so much shit going on. You're not getting below this. So this is my floor. 71 is my floor, dude. 73 looks okay. What is this one? 72. So between 70 and 73, you've got a fairly solid floor. I don't think people are going to sell below that. Not saying I'm calling for $70,000 Bitcoin. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is my ultimate uber bear floor. But this range has not been traded. We cheated. A whale jumped up right here. And they do that shit, guys. They jump over levels so they can buy the level, and then they freak everyone out and drop down a level. They don't. How boring would shit be if charts just went perfectly up, over, up, over, up, over, up? Is life like that? Is your life like that? Because my life's not like that. Has your life just been everything's going good and then everything calms down, and then everything goes great and then everything calms down? Is that how your life is? Not my life. My life's never been like that. Peaks, valleys, peaks, valleys, peaks, valleys, until you eventually kind of level out over a long period of time. So price action works like life works. Now, you skipped over this level. I keep harping on this, but you skipped over this level, which means you got to pay your dues at this level at some point. The question is, do we pay our dues at this level in between here? Do we have to pay our dues now? In the next month, the next 2 months? Do we pay our dues here for a long time? A short time? Do we close the gap and then keep rolling? What's going to happen? That's the question you should be asking right now. Not, are we going to go lower? Are we going to go to 70,000? Are we going to 40,000? No. Okay, we're not going there. 70,000 is my floor. We are not going to $40,000. We are not going to $50,000. We're not going to $60,000. I cannot see that, guys. My honest opinion, we are not doing that. Could we trade between 1 and 3 months down at this level? Yes. And if we did that, would that still be bullish? Yes. We're not in a bear trend, guys. Look, I keep going back to it, but like I said, this level we just skipped over. We just cheated this whole level, right? We cheated it. We could trade here, and that's still above here, right? This whole mess of price action here. Look what we did. Okay, let's look at the past run. We had a run, and then we chopped sideways and down. Boom, boom, boom. And then we had a run, and then we chopped sideways and down. That's what I think is going to happen right here, guys. I think we have the run, we chop sideways, and here's the down, right? A little bit down. I think we get very similar to what happened here. I think we get here. Boom. Sideways down. Maybe, boom, we close the gap around 80K, right? Let me zoom in. So just to show you on a little bit better of a picture, we own this level. The whales own this level, right? Boom, you have a run up. This is the level I'm watching right here for a little bit of trading action between 87 and this whale blip right here, which is at 75. So 75 to 85 is my range for a short period of time. And this is where we are right now on the thing. We're not even 85. We're at 85 right now. So it's not even that bearish yet. Yeah, this to me, this is $85,000 right here. This little whale blip right here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it better. Where's it at? 85 is right here. Okay, no, it's right here. That's 88. I can't even see the blip. That's 75. That's 87. I wanted it to show 85. It's probably in between here and here. But, you know, this level at 88. Let me go back. So if you over zoom in. This little whale blip right here is the one I'm talking about. 76. Yeah, 76 to 87, which is a very stupid range to give. But 76 to 87, this is a whale that paused the market right here. Boom. This is like Elon or somebody who was like, hold on a second. Okay, let it roll again. A whale controls this whole range right here. And you would think, well, if a whale does it, shouldn't it be big on the chart? No, because there's very few whales, right? So when the whale makes a move, he wants it discreet. He doesn't want to broadcast it to everybody. So on the chart, it's going to be sneaky. It's going to be, oh, blip. That's a whale blip right there. Boom. That's somebody or something or enough people. It's either one or several whales or the entire market as a collective just said, hold on, and then go, which is possible as too. But I like to think of it as just a whale. So let's see there. We've got the breakout. You had the double top, which is bearish. You've got a range here that could be filled between 76 and 87. You're technically almost in the middle of that right now. You're a little bit on the higher side, so you're at 85. So my call for right now, and it may change by tonight, my call right now is more of this kind of action here. Let me go to the weekly. Leg, boom, leg. Boom. I think you could potentially get a double bottom at 83.7 in the short term over the next couple of days. So you could get a little double bottom and then a little bounce and then come up and hit, 86, do something like that. Let me go to the weekly on TradingView so I can kind of draw it. What I'm saying is the move that could happen could be something like this. Let me grab this chart tool. So, you had this leg down, and then you come up, and then you had a little smaller leg down, and then you come up. So this would be the wave that you would measure next, unless you took this whole wave and then extrapolated it like I did. That would be, let me draw another one. So there's two ways to look at it. You could look at it one leg and then extrapolate that, and then just call this the sideways corrective movement in between those two legs, right? Or you could just say, okay, that move already happened. We didn't fall all the way. And what tells me that what's telling me that I'm bullish still is because look at the strength here. You had this move and then you didn't have the immediate move. Like the bears didn't even have enough strength to continue this. And look at how much volume came in. Look at this. Look at this. Massive amount of volume, little bitty move, right? No buying volume here, except for this one, this candle here. You had a little bit here, boom. And then look, this is all they got. This is all the bears squeezed out of it, right? CME gap didn't even get hit, 82,000, still didn't hit the CME gap. So my best guess is what they're doing. My best guess for this, you guys, is they're just accumulating right now in this range. And they're going to fake everyone the hell out. They're going to think everybody thinking the bull market's over. They're getting their cake and eating it too. They are 100% got people freaked out selling their Bitcoin. I don't know why this won't let me delete. Stupid. I would say this. Let me do this real quick. Boom. So I'm going to just draw this from here to here. And then try to move it. Let me try to extrapolate it to get a little bit more of, okay, boom. I would say like that, which is almost a double bottom with this wick. So I'm just measuring the second leg and extrapolating that and saying that this is predictive of what they could do. And then that would send you a sort of double bottom. That puts us at 81. At that point, there is the good potential that for that, if this is to play out, I'm not guaranteeing that's what it is. I'm just saying if this were to play out, which is likely, it's got a good percentage to play out. If that kind of move plays out and you already had a wick down here, look at that. Look at that. Look at this bullish pin bar. Oh, come on. Come on. Delete, you son of a biscuit. All right, let me just move this. Look at this, guys. Look at this bullish pin bar candle. This is a beautiful candle. This is what you want to see. You see that candle right there, that green one? That one right there. That is buying pressure. Boop. So somebody's buying down there at 82. Somebody just scooped a healthy little amount. Look at the volume. Look at the volume down here. Volume. A lot of people say shoot. So that's a whale and or a lot of people just stepping in and going, look at that, I'm buying. That shows strength. So this is the deal, man. What's the synopsis? I don't want to go too long because we got a stream tonight. This is my synopsis for it, guys. You just saw it on the chart. That brings you down to 82, 83-ish. We're at 85 right now. So you still have $3,000 more to go to the downside. I don't think it happens right away. I think they're going to stretch this out as long as they can. If that is for the next 2 days, through the weekend maybe, they could. But my synopsis, my calls are not changing. This is not the freaking bear market, number one. Number two, please do not fucking sell your shit right now, especially if you were buying up at that level up there. Just wait. Just be patient. Expand your time horizon a little bit. We're not even out of, March. I'm thinking April, May, June, cool off in June. October, November, December, we hit our Pico top. That's what I've been saying. I still think that's what happens. The reality is they could go from now till March with this bullshit and slow bleed it in this range to accumulate, and that's what I think they're doing. Nothing has changed on my side of the bull market. Nothing has changed, even with all this. I know everyone's screaming about the tariffs. Oh, the tariffs. But what was Trump saying before the tariffs? What did Donald Trump Jr. say? Did you guys see this? And I'm not saying I trust Jr., but I do like him. I like him better than I think any other politician. He was a Democrat, and which is rare for me because I'm not a Republican either. I'm an independent, but I don't usually sway for many Democrats. But I actually like Jr., Donald Trump Jr. I really like him. And I think it was him that said it, buy the dips. Not saying you should listen to, I'm just saying it was just funny that they announced they're buying Bitcoin. They announced they're doing all this stuff. And then you see a dip. Well, hello, guys. What do you want? Would you want a personal text to your phone? You want them to text you and tell you to buy Bitcoin? Well, here's your text. I'm giving it to you. Buy Bitcoin, buy this freaking dip. If I'm wrong, whatever. Unfollow, unsubscribe. No, don't punish Wes, too, because of my mouth. If I'm wrong, I'm an idiot. Replay this video. I don't give a shit. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't at all. I wish I could see you guys' chats. It's kind of on frozen mode on the phone here, so I don't really get to read any chats or anything. I just wanted to give you the major market update before tonight's show because I was just compelled to do it. Getting a nice bounce right now, even. I don't think we go to Valhalla. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm uber bullish right now. Sentiment is down. Attitudes are down. And I think the market makers are very, very happy right now because they're close to their range. They're close to filling the gap. And that's the good news, you guys. Look at the good side of the shit. Wouldn't you rather get this shit over with and then go to Valhalla? Hold your shit. Do not sell your shit right now, please. That's the one thing I'm asking you. I would not sell right now. And I think that you should listen to that. But anyway, follow the Crypto Remora. Follow me at Sierra Crypto on Twitter, X. Follow us on YouTube at the Crypto Remora. Follow Wes at the Crypto MacGyver. Tune in tonight. We're going to go live again at 7 p.m. We're going to have a little more perspective. We'll look at Lux Algo. We'll look at the cheater charts, see what the robots are telling us to do, see if the robots are saying buy, sell, Wes will be looking at all the Lux Algo signals for you. We'll look at probably some Elliott Wave stuff, price action, all that good shit. But please, 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 don't panic sell right now. Follow the Crypto Remora for more updates. We will continually keep you guys posted on X and on YouTube. Tune in tonight, please. 7 o'clock on X or on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.